I'm not exactly the world's best climbing plants expert, and I make no secret of it. So when these climbers over here started putting on growth, I was like, yay! I decided to reward them. So on Amazon Prime Day, I bought an Obelisk Trellis, and we're going to put that together today. And this ought to be a riot because I'm not very good at putting together things, honestly. It says it can be done in under a half an hour. We'll see. Fun times. Directions. It does come with a wrench and an Allen wrench. So that's good news. I didn't want to have to go through every drawer to find those. Perfect. So if I put this together and I like it and the climbers are doing well, I also have a clematis that's growing here. So I'm going to go ahead and buy another one if it works out. So this one right here, you see I made my TP bamboo, and the star jasmine is doing really well. Let's hope they include the unwrapping as part of the half an hour. So these curvy bits go at the top, and there's 4. A, B, A, and then the B will go there. Like this. Okay, so I need a wing bolt. Wing bolt. Hopefully that's part of the half an hour too. I did it upside down. Told you I was challenged. Yeah, so I realized then I didn't put the hoop in. See, challenge. So I got to take this back off and put the hoop on and thread that through. Maybe if I line them all up, it won't wobble. Let's try that. Let's get them threaded and then tighten. Yeah, I stopped reading the directions. Lost a hoop. And Larry, if you're watching, I know that you would have this done. You probably would have made one yourself, but you would have had this done in like 2 minutes. Not Larry the lazy, Larry Satchel. Okay. So when you do it, make sure you put the hoop on and then line up all of your bolts and put them in and start threading them first. So line up all your bolts, put them in on all of them first before you do one. It's trial and error, right? I am bound and determined. Bound and determined. Okay, make sure you don't do what I did. I made a crucial error right off the bat and then had to take everything apart. So when you're doing this, make sure that the A's stack on top of each other. They need to go on top and then the B's under. So the A links are going to go to the top and the B links under. It would be worth hiring somebody to do this for me after all of this. But it's a learning lesson. It teaches you to be self-sufficient. Right? Okay, so do it the right way the first time. A's get stacked on top and then the B legs. Makes a difference, believe me. Thread your next length of legs in. And get those holes lined up. I'm going to leave this one off for now. Your hoop goes on the inside. Okay, just go ahead and thread a couple of them in. Get those in first. Tighten those halfway and then do the other two. Self-sufficient me. Well, the good thing is if I do decide to buy a second one, I've got the video to watch to see what I did wrong the first time. Okay, and once you have those threaded, then you can go ahead and tighten the bolts down. Just make sure they're all in there and lined up good. And this I find to be one of the hardest parts is because the screwdriver doesn't want to fit on the bolt, the nut, tightly, and so it just keeps coming off. So that's kind of a pain in the rear. Once you get a hang of the threading on it and getting that wrench on there, it's not so bad. wonder if the sun will come out today. We've had a July that's pretty much been packed with gloomy weather. Really heavy mist in the morning, but not enough to water the plants good. So you still have to water, but at least the weather's a little bit cooler and the plants can get a little break from the heat. We did have 1 week where it was warmer weather. So I'll get these all tightened down at this level and then move on to the second and the third ring. Oh joy. It's what you do for your plants, your babies. Yeah, so I can see how somebody would say, okay, this is tall enough. It's just very time consuming getting all the lengths of the hoops and legs on. And all the while trying to be careful that you don't ruin the finish on it. Because that's what you liked about it when you saw it in the picture. Was it had that nice bronze finish. I did have one of these legs that was really hard to put through and thread because one of the legs was bent, so there's always going to be things that come up like that with these projects. So part of the reason why I don't like doing them. Okay, final length, final hoop. Let's see how tall it is right now. Yeah, I'm going to do the final length because most of this is going to go into the ground anyway, into the soil. So thread these first and then put the hoops on. Get the bolt through, the screw through. Make sure you have that set before you put the hoop on. Yeah, you got to put the hoop on first. The hoop goes on the inside. And here's the tricky part. On some of these, the legs don't want to line up quite right. So you kind of got to play with them. And sometimes turning them around does the trick. Okay, come on, get in there. Get in there. That was like work. Final tighten down. I'm going to tighten all of these down, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it up and try and get the plants situated to get started climbing up. So all of the stickers taken off of it, and it's pretty much ready to go. I'm just going to take this clematis and this honeysuckle, move it out, move this little ladder out of the way, and put it in. And because I have plants growing in there, I'm going to have to position it where I'm not killing the plants. Ideally, you'd want the plants in there to plant the plants after, I guess, but it is what it is. So there we go. So just height-wise, you can see how tall I am, and I'm like 5'4", probably 5'3" now as I got older, but you can see that it's much taller than I am. And so that gives you kind of some perspective on if you put it in a big pot like this, how tall you're going to get a lot of height from it. So that's a good deal. I do like that. I do like that you can make it, it's adjustable, so you can put as many leg sections on it as you want. If you don't want it that tall, you don't have to have it that tall. But I do, because I've got big high hopes for these climbers of mine. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. And thanks for the new subscribers. And hang in there. If you have stuff that needs to be done, you can do it. Because listen, if I can put this together, you can put this together. So good luck to you in your garden and lots of joy to you in your life.